I swear I hit the go live button. I did. I hit it. So I've been talking to myself for 5 minutes. That was a very good intro. I think that was probably the best intro I've ever done. And now you're not going to see it. Ranting and I'm muted. I'm ranting and I'm muted. What the heck? Oh my God. What's going on today? What's going on today? What's going on? What's going on today? It's been a while since I did I thought I was live, but I wasn't live. It's been a while since I've done that. So return to form, return to form. Best intro. Yeah, that was the best intro I've ever did. So speaking of intros, hey, you, hi, it's Tuesday, part 5 of the VzBoT build series. So again, we are in part 5 of this series. This is I know it gets asked a lot, so I'm gonna say it at the beginning of the stream. It's a mellow kit, but it was sent to me by Print 3D Shop, link in the video description. So they sent me this kit on the condition that I build it on a build series and show it off. I'm not being paid for this series. Words and opinion are my own, blah, 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 usual YouTube disclosure. So check them out in the link in the description. And while you're down there, don't forget to enter. Every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. So enter for your chance to win. Link in the description. RJ, thank you for becoming a channel member. And Andrew, $10. Best intro. Love the twist. I know that was the best intro ever. Yeah, and it's currently 28.1 in the garage. Celsius. Yeah. It's September. You know how you start to get like a couple nice days where you're like, wow, it's not hot anymore and summer's over. And then you get that, yeah, we're in that now. So today is going to be a shorter stream. It'll be a little under 2 hours now. But it's also, I know, time for the mini split. I know. Gotta budget that. But this will be the last week of the modified summer schedule for streaming because the little guy goes back to school next week. So going forward, next week we'll go to afternoon, so it'll be 2 to 5. So we're back to the usual 2 to 5 stream, Tuesdays and Fridays, and then on the alternate days it'll be 11 to 2. So we're back to 3-hour streams during the week starting Tuesday. The Saturday stream remains 8 p.m. Eastern as per the norm. So yeah, so today we are moving on to the wiring of the VzBoT kit. We're not going to do enclosure until I get all the wiring done. We did kind of start last week. We mounted the power supplies and the DIN rail, but I've got the mount for the controller and all the extra stuff here and some fan stuff and some Raspberry Pi stuff. I had to go get my last Raspberry Pi 4 here. I'm going to have to buy some Raspberry Pis, it looks like, but they're all out in Canada. Should contact. I know. Everyone keeps telling me to contact Mr. Cool, even though they're not a Canadian company. So I'll give it a try. I mean, as Apollo said, worst case they say no. Is the overlay frozen? I can refresh it. Chat is usually delayed a little bit on the screen. Remember, because there's like an 8-second delay from what you type, or from what I see you type, and then there's like another delay to the screen. So there's a bit of a delay between everything. The reason chat's on screen is mostly for those that watch on like TVs and whatnot, which apparently a bunch of people do. So yeah, so we are on part 5 of this series. Pi Shop. I'm in Canada. So there's a few vendors in Canada that carry pies, and they're all out of stock right now. So this is kind of what we're working on today. I don't know why it's delayed. Come on, change. No, that's not even the right button. Change to the right thing. There you go. So the plan today is basically mount the electronics. We've got the CPAP installed. We've got the, well, we've got the DIMM, we've got the power supply. So we're gonna mount the electronics today. I did buy some more VHB tape. I did get some M4 screws. So we should be okay on the stuff that I was short on. I still don't have all the enclosure stuff printed because I forgot to print some things. Because usually when I build these printers, I build them without the enclosure and then I enclose it at a later date, right? Because it's easier, like especially with an enclosed printer like this or Voron, it's easier to troubleshoot stuff if the printer isn't enclosed yet. So especially on a brand new build, print some PLA open air for a while, just to make sure everything's working before you go and slap panels on everything, because you don't want to have to take everything off if you, oh, I forgot to tighten the screw or something like that. So I usually don't, but the thing is on this build, I realized this morning, there's some printed parts that are supposed to go back here that are part of the lid that are for also belt tensioning, like a screw goes through and it tensions these motors. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do that at some point, but not today, not today. So let's get started. So what I'm gonna actually do, I have to set up the octopus, or it's not an octopus, it's a spider. Or no, it's not a spider, it's a, I gotta set up the controller. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set that up on the bench, and then because it's a nice fancy DIN rail, you can just go and pop it on. So we're gonna set it up by itself. So let me put this on the ground. Happy birthday to the ground. You get a printer. There we go. So we got some stuff here. Where's my deburring tool? Is it out here? Or is it might be in the basement. I don't know where I put it. I gotta start putting tools in drawers instead of just piling them on shelves. Like I know the pile is the meme, but it's starting to get in the way. So yeah, I don't know where my deburring tool is. So how's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? Just Vez, you're at work? I thought you were a big famous YouTube person now. Pi 02s. I need to pick up Pi 02s for the, well, I want to get my hands on multiple of them, but I want to get at least one for the Polymaker, which it should show up. They realized they sent me, because the nice lady at Anchor who gave me a name, which I'm assuming they're not their real name, sent me these instead of a printer. So this printer, this is the AnchorMate M5C, for those wondering. Right here, this is what they sent me saying it was an M5C. The real printer should show up this week. So if that shows up, that's what we're doing Friday. If not, Friday we're gonna be trying to do a speed benchy on an Polymaker original. Unmodified. That'll be Friday unless the AnchorMate shows up. And then Saturday is Tallboy upgrades. So because Saturday is now free for builds, Saturday will be starting the disassembly and the upgrade path for Tallboy. So what does that mean? If it shows up in time, E3D Revo high temp. If not, it's getting tap. It's getting a bunch of modded gantry parts and whatnot. So that will be on Saturday because somebody sent me a machined tap kit, and it's been sitting in a box waiting for me to have time to actually install it. So that's what we're gonna be doing Saturday. Dr. Dave, hello there. So yeah, so this is a controller. It's the Super 8 Pro. So this is the controller we're working with. So it's got the, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers, but we're not gonna be using most of them because we've got a bunch of breakout boards. So that goes like this, and this goes like that. And I think it's held in with M3/8s. The Super 8 Pro. Oh, sorry, it's the Super 8 Pro. The Pro part's important. And I did order the stubby screwdriver. Literally, as soon as the stream ended the other day, I ordered the stubby screwdriver. So that hopefully should be in this week. Photos Mint is here? Oh, hey, Photos. Yeah, you know what's funny? I'm actually enjoying playing with that Polymaker. It reminds me a lot when I got into 3D printed. I had the Monoprice Select Mini. It's like, because it's so old and simple, it's like, okay, I can kind of, okay, here's a good analogy. Okay, this is an analogy I use. When you were a kid, you played Grand Theft Auto, right? Like, I played the 2D ones, but you know, I'm 35, so like Grand Theft Auto 3 was a game changer for me. And I played the crap out of the game, okay? The problem is, at one point, I figured out the cheat codes. And you would put in the cheat codes, it unlocks everything, and then you don't actually have to play to earn anything. You just have on everything. So at that point, the game stops really becoming fun, because what do? You don't have to work for anything, right? So you don't have to, a lot of games are like that, right? Like I finished Armored Core 6, and I beat it all the way through. I have everything unlocked, and it's like, okay, I want to play again, and it's like, I got everything. So it's kind of like playing with one of those old printers that don't have input shaper, that don't have a web interface, that are super simple. And if you actually get a print that comes off of it and the print's good, it's kind of like when you start a new game and you're working towards, and when you actually, you know, you get it, you're like, yeah. I honestly had GTA 5. I have GTA 5 for the PlayStation 3 because I bought it on release. I think I beat the main campaign and I haven't touched it since. That is my GTA story. Okay, so we've got, I don't know. Okay, if anyone who works at Elgato, why does my Stream Deck out here have a delay? It's super annoying. Okay, so we've got that mounted to there. Now on here, oh wait, I'm an idiot, shoot. Biggest brain. I am the biggest brain on YouTube. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. You know, it's a lot easier to mount this to a DIN rail when you mount the DIN rails to it first. Or the DIN connectors first. I'm like, I'll just mount everything to this, we'll get it all hooked up, and then I'll hook it on. And then I'm realizing, I'm like, why are those two holes there? Oh wait, I know why those two holes are there. Elgato, well, it's Corsair. It's just weird. There's like sometimes there's no delay, and sometimes there's a delay on my Stream Deck here when I change scenes. And I've done a restart of the computer and I've updated everything. Is it the new one? No, it's the Mark II. So it's just the regular like 15 button Stream Deck. It's nothing super fancy. Probably shouldn't be doing this because it's probably not good for the. Okay, are those gonna fit? No, so I gotta use these. Okay, so I want that to clip on like this. And it wants stubby. Oh, I'm supposed to put a nut in here. Oh, okay, these need to take I need a nut. Where are all me nuts? It doesn't screw into plastic, which is good. But that also means I need to find my nuts. Where are my nuts? Nuts. M5. M3 bay. There we go, M3 nuts. There's my nuts. There's my nuts. A little worried for a second, couldn't find my nuts. Which nuts? These nuts. Okay, so I can't use a button head. I can't use a socket head, button head. These should just, if you're gonna, honestly, for something like this, heat sets. Because you have so little meat here for these to actually bite into, I would use heat sets, personally. But that's just me. Squirrel got him. Well, I'll have to take care of that squirrel like I did with the squirrel on my Dark Urge playthrough on Baldur's Gate. That squirrel was no longer a problem after that. Smarmy little squirrel. I saw a vid from TNL talking about good stuff on the Sonic Pad. Any thoughts? Is it worth a buy? No, the Sonic Pad, in my opinion, is absolute dog shit, and you should not buy one. It uses a butchered, hacked, non-standard version of Clipper on lockdown hardware that makes it hard for you to actually upgrade without having to jump through hoops. You are much better off buying a generic Raspberry Pi or a Big Tree Tech Pad 5 or Pad 7 and installing normal Clipper on it. The only advantage to the Sonic Pad is the fact that it comes with some baked in configurations for Creality printers. So it makes the setup a little bit more simple at the cost of being a more gated, walled product with less support in the long term. Okay? Installing Clipper is not hard. There are multiple guides out there, including some on my channel, though I should probably update them. They're a bit old. And Creality, in my opinion, really doesn't know what they're doing with Clipper. Remember, they're still violating the Clipper license because they haven't put out the source for any of their Clipper products. And then when they first sent the pad to me, they assumed it would be plugged into a Creality machine. So I made the misfortune of doing something that they never thought of and plugging into a non-Creality machine, and it almost burnt my house down because of thermal runaway not being implemented properly. So no, don't buy a Sonic Pad. Plus, the downside with it is it's an all-in-one unit. So if you really need a, like, I'm not a huge fan of all-in-one units because here's the thing. If your screen goes, it's useless. And if the electronics go in it, it's useless. So your Clipper guides are so old. Just start with most. I know my Clipper guides are old. The thing is, like, not much has changed. It's gotten simpler, so. Yeah, I've got a Big Tree Tech Pad 5. That's all you need. All it needs to be is a Raspberry Pi or equivalent and a screen. And that's if you want to use an all-in-one unit, which I'm not a huge fan of. Clipper working? Clipper's been working fine. There's been, like, it took like 2 minutes to fix. Pad 7? Yeah, I've got a Pad 5. So yeah, in my opinion, don't buy a Pad 5. What was he saying? Why was he telling you to buy a Pad 5? Who is he? Oh, that guy. As soon as I found out he was a crypto bro and promotes crypto, I've got no heart for anyone who promotes crypto because I view all crypto and the people that promote it as scams. So yeah, as soon as I found that out, I pretty much muted him, so I don't know what he's up to. Camo, $2. Cheers. Yeah, if you want the bigger one, get the Pad 7. But remember, 7 inches is kind of big. And the thing is with the Pad series or any of those, you have to mount it somewhere fully visible. So it's kind of a big unit with power and USB coming off of it. Are you using Kiao? I've used Kiao several times on stream. It works really good. It just takes a little bit longer to set up. That's kind of the downside with Kiao, is it takes a little bit longer to set up. But it itself works pretty good. Trying to find the, here we go, the drivers, what I need. Never find your 50 Bitcoins. That sucks. I used to have 40,000 Dogecoin. Okay, so let's leave these in boxes. There's a manual section here on how to set all this up. So let's follow the manual and see what the manual says. So there's that. Get that out. There we go. Yeah, Kiao is pretty nice. It takes a little bit because it compiles it as you build it. But Kiao's been pretty good to me the times I've used it. I've also used the pre-baked images. Don't you need 2 more of those? Yes. I should have them. Yeah, I got them right here. Okay. So let's go to this. Kiao's gone any better? Yeah, Kiao, okay, so here's the thing. I didn't use Kiao for a while. And then I tried it once on stream, and then I critiqued a bunch of the documentation because it assumed you knew a bunch about Clipper, which most people going into Clipper do not. They since upgraded and enhanced a bunch of the documentation, and it's much better in my opinion. So take best advantage of 4 motors. So we advise to run each motor on individual separate drivers. Both Clipper and RepRap firmware fortunately now natively support Quad XY. So you have to download in your favorite described firmware, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Here we go. So here's a detailed guide on how to set this up with 5160s. This is the first time this will be the first time I actually build a printer with high volt drivers. I've never done 48 volts before on any of my systems because I haven't really needed to. I've never had issues with 24 volts at the speeds and feeds I run my printer. But apparently I have to run this at loco speeds that are stupid and fast. So we are going to do that because yo-ho, lo-ho, as the kiddies say. The all-wheel drive bit. Yeah, and this is another reason I'm going through these documentations and showing everything off. Like, let's be honest, like I don't need a manual to wire up this printer, but I'm following the manual so that 1, those at home can follow along, and 2, if we run into issues with the manual, like we have several times, that not so much issues, but areas that could use improvement, those working on it, because there are a bunch of them watching this stream, can improve it. Because remember, if it gets better, don't gatekeep shit. The easier documentation is, because I've seen people like, oh, how do you not know that? I'm like, okay, sometimes I know it in the back of my head, I don't say it, and I play the part, but the easier it is to build the printer, regardless of your skill level, the more people get into the hobby and the better time people have. That's why I'm a big proponent of don't start your 3D printing adventures on the shittiest, cheapest printer, because you're gonna have a bad time. Not everyone, but a lot of people will have bad times and quit the hobby. It's better to start printing on a printer that you know works and then deviate into whatever, you know, if you want to mod or upgrade or build your own or whatever. Mitchell, $5, cheers. So better docs, better for everyone. Okay, so what do we got here? We got in the box, we got this stuff. What's this? What is that? Do I have that in the box? Yes, I do. What is that? I don't know what that is. Okay, cool. So we got this, we got that, we got that, we got that, we got that. Okay, first thing you do is install the fuses. There's one small bag and they should be like that. Okay, so let's put the fuses in. Streams are, oh God, that annoyed, okay. Okay, yes, Elon Musk is a tool. We all agree on that, okay? But you know what? I like SpaceX. I like what they do. You know, I love me some space, right? So cool rocket ships, you know, you know, a broken clock's right twice a day. So I'll never buy a Tesla, but I'm all about SpaceX, okay? El Muskie, in its infinitely, I don't even know if you can call it wisdom, decided that going forward, all SpaceX streams are going to be on Twitter, okay? And no, I will never call it X, okay? It's Twitter, okay? So, I'm matching the colors as per the picture. The problem is, Twitter's live stream is shit. Quality is garbage. And the problem is, and this is the biggest thing, because there are people like you know, everyone who supported the idea, of course, has a blue check mark, was basically, dead naming isn't cool. Yeah, if Musk thinks it's okay to dead name his own kid, I'm gonna dead name his shitty social media site. So the thing is, oh yeah, they'll improve the bit rate. Oh, they're losing viewers. Yeah, they lost viewers, because guess what? You know how I watch a lot of SpaceX launches? I watch them on my TV with my kid because my little guy loves space. He loves rocket ships. So whenever there's a SpaceX launch, I put it on my TV. Well, guess what? Fucking Twitter don't have a TV app. They don't have apps. You gotta watch it on your phone at shitty bit rate versus 4K YouTube. So yeah, it was intensely dumb to pull it off and put it on a thing. I don't care. It's Twitter. Everyone calls it Twitter. Nobody calls it X except for people with blue check marks. I mean, I use Firefox on my computer and it still has the blue mark or the bird. Okay. Let's yeah, so now I watch the other streams. Okay. How many? Wow, they give you a lot of fuses. Okay. You'll see the Mosfet ports. Where are they? Oh, there. Okay. Doesn't matter what direction they face. Okay. And that's the SpaceX streams are good. Like, SpaceX streams are actually really good. They have really good quality. When they're on Twitter, the hosts are pretty informative. NASA streams were kind of bad for a while because they only streamed at 720p. But then they finally woke up. So, yeah, it's still twitter.com. If I go to twitter.com and a site loads, it's twitter.com. A little bit. Yeah, the only people that call it X are the blue check marks. It's a dumb name for a website. So you get one extra one, it looks like. So that's good. So you get one extra blue fuse, you get one extra Mosfet. So that's nice. They give you some extras. So we put the fuses in. So these are for your fans. So if you pop a Mosfet for a fan, you can replace it, that's actually really nice that they include that with this kit. So, oh my God, this is killing me, Smalls. There is fuses in Mosfet. Okay, driver setup. Now we're gonna be done. We're going to plug the driver ports. We're gonna install the bridges for SPI and UART. Okay. For UART, you need to put a bridge in the second pin from the left and then that in the right. Okay. Okay, it'd be really nice if these were bigger. Okay, so X, X1, Y, Y1. Okay. Yeah, it'd be nice if these were fuller. Okay, so what's SPI? Okay. Like if you had a picture like this with the blocks in, but instead we have this, which is like, where are the bridges? Okay. For SPI, you need to put bridges on the front 2 rows of pins. These are for the 5160s. Okay. So the 5160s are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And use a jumper. Yeah. Again, just pointing out documentation that, you know, could use a little bit of improvement. So, okay. So skip 1 and then 4 with these on the bottom 2. Okay. NASA will never improve at the pace SpaceX is because they cannot do fast iterative development. Well, here's the thing. NASA's always slow, steady, and methodical, but also you got to remember, NASA's government. So, you know, every state needs to get their cut. You know, like the whole reason SLS even exists is to keep everyone who worked on the space shuttle program employed. So it's kind of like, it's unfortunately a lot of it's like make work for highly educated individuals, because as a country, you want the people that know how to make, you know, rockets to stay in your country and not go to another country. So you kind of have to keep them employed because, you know, it's called brain drain. Like what's going on in Russia, where everyone who's smart in Russia left Russia. So now they've lost a whole generation of young people because of, one, you know why, and then two, everyone who could get out got out. So brain drain is a massive issue. So you want to keep the people that are smart in your country working on smart people stuff. And not saying they would go work for like the enemy, but like, you know, go work for, you know, European Space Agency or whatever. No more smart people in Russia. They had a massive amount of the younger, smarter generation got out. They went to like other countries like Georgia or whatever, or they, you know, if they had the ability to move to like North America, they did, or wherever. Because why would you stay? If you were young and educated in Russia, like we're talking, you have like a bachelor's degree, university, college educated, and you had the means to get out and you were in your 20s, would you really stay? Especially right now with, you know, drafts and whatnot. No, you'd leave. If you had the means to leave, you would leave. Max pretty much grew up in the States. Okay, so we got that. So these for Z and E, which are the last two here, they are just that. So the Z motor and the extruder motor are just normal 2208s or 2209s, whatever we got here. Okay. So there is our jumpers. Hopefully I did them right. Okay. Put these back in here. Don't accidentally jumper something the wrong way. Okay. Installing the 5160s. Start off by putting the heat sinks. If you don't do this, they will over temp. Okay, that would be bad. So let's put these heat sinks on. So we get the heat sinks. This is a big heat sink, by the way. And how does it go? It just kind of... So it goes on... You could see the Mosfets. The 8 Mosfets. That's what it goes on for the drivers. So always reference the pictures and make sure the aluminum doesn't touch anything that it shouldn't, because you don't want sparky sparks. Sparky sparks are bad. Most complex? Maybe. In terms of components, probably actually. Most motors, well actually no, I've built printers with more motors, but this has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only a 6 motor, so it's one less motor. But in terms of like, I'm using high volt drivers here. I'm using stuff I haven't used before. VzBoT is quite a piece of work. Yep. It's a clean build though. It looks really nice. Like it's gonna look really nice on the shelf. Yeah, it's a 7 motor machine because it's got 4 Z motors versus this, which has 4. Well, what you really need to do is you need to put the Z system. Well, actually no, because the gantry don't move. Or the gantry. You could do a trident. You could do a trident motion Z in here, probably. can. There's people that use kinematic bed gantries on it. Yep. I mean, people have put 8 motors in a Core XY gantry. In just the gantry, 8 motors. So, yeah. That's the beauty of DIY printers. I love whenever somebody critiques, like, I mostly say it with Voron because I'm active with Voron. I mean, I'm on the team. But when someone critiques, like, yeah, the extruder is dumb. It's like, okay, it's an open source printer. Put whatever extruder you want on it. Just because we have like a spec recommended setup, if you don't like it, don't use it. Put whatever you want on it. The beauty of open source. I'm gonna have to make room out here because I gotta bring Tallboy outside this weekend. Tallboy, that's the Saturday stream. We're gonna put some upgrades in it. You run Sherpas? There you go. I've been running, that one has a Clockwork 2, that one has Clockwork. That one's got an LGX, and Toasty is gonna also get upgrades at some point too, because I've got a high temp Revo on the way. So we're gonna put that in Toasty Boy. So yeah. The Orion Tri-Belt, I have no idea what that is. Yeah, Anna, you can't put links in chat. YouTube does not allow it. If you want to share a link, you got to put it in the Discord. So join the community Discord, link in the description. And if you want to share a link during the live stream, put it in the live stream channel. And if it's super important, at me about it. Because I don't get pop-ups, I don't get notifications on stream when I'm streaming. Thirsty. Okay, it is important to use slot 3, 4, 5, and 6 for your all-wheel drive system. Slot 7 has some issues with SPI, so leave that slot. Oh, so leave the leftmost slot open like shown below. Okay, so take that, and now we put, because obviously these are your drivers now. Okay, so this is your driver now. Second here, one of my legs collapsed. There you go. Okay. One of the legs, my camera's like, eh. Okay. So obviously, you know, for you've seen the little, you know, 5160s that go here. So these are the actual like proper huge capacity high volt 5160s. So obviously, that's not going to plug into your normal step stick. So you mount them sideways. So how do you get it to connect? Well, you have these right here. Okay. So you got this, which it does got some electronic stuff on there. Okay. And I don't know what that is for. But essentially this plugs in, which way does this go? It looks like the writing goes that way. Okay. So this plugs in like that. And then you have a cable. Ew. This cable's got some gunk on it. I'm gonna clean that cable. So this plugs in like this. I don't think it matters which one goes where. And then this plugs into here. And then that goes like that, and Bob's your uncle. And I think you also got to power it too. So yeah. Oh. See? Like that. Basically like that. So let me clean this because it's got some, I don't know what's on this and it's kind of disgusting. Yeah, these ones are mellow drivers. Yeah, that's gross. What did you put on here? Hope some random Shenzhen factory person didn't sneeze on these or something. That's gross. It's nasty. Okay, so let's put these all in now. It's coronavirus. It's coming back. Coming back. Big Tree Tech just released some external. There you go. I don't know. They're all pretty much the same. Like, let's be honest. Remember, all these companies, they don't really manufacture a lot of stuff. They just probably all get it from the same vendor. So those 4 are in. So those are in. These little clips on top, get rid of those. Okay, next up is the clip that can enable and connect. Okay, and then I guess these go on, I'm guessing like that. I got a picture of the whole thing wired up. Okay, it goes like that, okay. Okay, so we'll skip that part right there. So fan voltage selection. Next up, we're gonna put the fan ports on the voltage we like to run. You can choose 5, 12, and 24. Each plug has a voltage selection grid pin next to it. I'm assuming we're running all these at 24 volts. I'm assuming all the fans are 24 volts. The bridges to the left, the top row is 5, middle is 12, bottom is 24. So I'm assuming everything's 24 volts. 5, 12, yeah. I'm assuming everything is 24 volts on this. I think. Let me check. All these fans are 24 volts. 24. 24. 12. Oh, these are 12. 12. 12. 12. 24. Okay, so some are 24, some are 12. So the fans that cool these drivers are 12 and everything else is 24. So what I'm going to do is this top row is going to be 12 and this bottom row is going to be 24. That's how I'm going to do it. And then I will adjust as we go. So that'll be, there's heatsink fan, that fan. And something I guess this could be a recommendation. If you don't know, if you're jumpering all your fans and you don't know what you're gonna plug in when and where, put the jumpers on 5 volt, okay? Because that way, worst comes to worst, you plug a 24 volt fan in a 5 volt port, it just don't work, okay? The fan just either spins very slowly or doesn't spin at all. Versus the other way, where you plug a 5 volt fan in a 24 volt port and you have a bad day. So, if you don't know what you're putting where, set them to the lowest voltage. Does this driver have its own port for a fan? Is that what that is? VSA. I've got a VSA. What is VSA? They're a constant 12 volt. So that's probably why these are 12 volt. Okay, well, I'm going ahead in the instructions. Well, these are 2-pin fans, and then I've got these 2-pin fans. Yeah. Because I've got 4 of these 12-volt fans. Yeah, okay. Okay. So these have their own fan hookups. Okay. Vital signs absent. This isn't an HEV suit. Okay, so, well, anyways, I'll leave 12 and 24, and I'll just remember what goes where, and I'll change it if I need to. But yeah, I guess if these have their own ports, that's actually, yeah, because they've got this little header here. If you put the driver fans on the MCU, they could be controlled and only run when the steppers are energized. That is true. That is true. I don't think these fans would be controlled. So I'll just leave them for now. Like, I've got enough ports, and 12 going across is no biggie. So we'll just leave it as is, and we'll adjust later if needed. So now we screw everything together. Yeah, clarify that on the docs too, because I scrolled ahead in the wire. It doesn't show anything about fans. Because after this, it goes to firmware, printer config, and wiring diagram. So well, things are going well. They are. Went to the beach with the little guy yesterday and the family. That was nice. Because yesterday was Labor Day. So little guy starts school next week. The fan port might only be active when the steppers are active. That's another thing. So I don't know. I'm going to have to look in the documentation. Like, for wiring simplicity, it would be nice, because it keeps things nice and simple. But if you don't have control over the fans, like, remember in the days when you had one controllable fan on a controller? Like, your hot end fan or your part fan, that's the only fan you had control over. Every other fan was just always on. Remember those days? We're spoiled now. Back in my day. Don't cheap out on cooling. Exactly. Call the Ender 3. Oh, they're coming out with a new one. Because it's Creality, so they just parts bin stuff. No! No! What are you doing in here? Oh, don't. Oh. I got like a blue shiny beetle thing flying around in here. I gotta redo all the gaskets on my garage door. There's like several like 1 to 2 inch long gaps in my garage door where like bugs get in. Which is really bad when I stream at night because all the mosquitoes get in here. Can you see him? He's flying around back there. He's got like a shiny blue-green shell. I hope it's not a wasp of some sort. Yeah, it's got like a shiny blue-green shell. It's really attracted to the light, so it's staying by the light, so that's good. Having heat wave 2. Yeah, it's currently 29.2 in my garage. Nerf gun to the rescue. I missed. Land. Oh, that's a wasp. Yeah, it's a wasp of some sort. Got one more. hanging out on the ceiling. Cover me, I'm reloading. I could shoot a little tiny whoop out of the air, but I can't take out a wasp. Nice. He's on the side of something. Okay. Got him. Right there, see him? Terminated. Okay. That was a fun little distraction. Let's join in. Just another bug hunt, sir. From Buenos Aires, I say we kill them all. Said Nerf darts aren't dangerous. I mean, that thing shoots them at like 220 FPS. So, actually, I probably should use the bolt action. Or no, the bolt action doesn't have a sight on it yet. Would you like to know more? I would like to know more. I do like to keep that for close encounters, though. That was one game I wanted to play. They got a new Starship Troopers game out. Came out a couple months ago in early access, and it looks pretty cool. But it looks like one of those games you have to play it with like friends to get the most out of it. And I don't have friends, so I'm just playing Baldur's Gate for the 3rd playthrough. Hey Steve, how's your guys' build coming along? Do you got movement out of your machines yet, you and Daniel? So one thing I'm not a huge fan of this mount, I'll show you in a second here, but all the PCBs are touching, okay? Like every single PCB is touching here, which you shouldn't have any layers that come right out to the side. But you kind of don't, I don't think it's safe to have PCBs touching, just in case there's like damage and you have like a ground layer poking out and it touches anything. But all 5 of these PCBs are touching each other. They're like right up against each other. And I think you kind of want a little bit of space, if I'm not mistaken. Like you shouldn't have circuits get that close to the edge of the PCB itself. Not yet. Well into wiring though. Okay. Yeah, this build seems like it'd be one of those builds where the assembly isn't actually the biggest part, because a lot of it comes pre-assembled and it's all, you know, machined. So you're not putting heat sets in a lot. You just screw stuff together, and a lot of it's pre-assembled. But then you get to like certain things like the electronics, where it's like, oh, there's a lot here. My gamer subs. I'd show you how sweaty the cup is, but it's a gamer subs cup. So if you know, you know. Put Captain tape. But yeah, if you look at the PCB, everything, like everything touches. Like, don't get me wrong, this is a very clean package, and it's DIN, so it just clips on. But everything here is touching. Like, all these PCBs are touching. Safe area. That's the thing. Like, yeah, like as long as the boards are designed safe, you shouldn't have any layers. Because for those that don't know, like you have a ground layer in a PCB where you might have a whole port that's ground on it. But the thing is, you don't want like, because the PCBs are touching, if any of that, if the magic pixies from one board get, you know, they have a turf war with the magic pixies in another board, you're gonna have a bad time. You don't want to have a bad time. You want to have happy, lucky printing times. Could put it with tape. Yeah, but that's a lot of work. Okay, so let's connect these. Crosstalk. Yeah, or that. I was more, you know, Magic Pixie Gang War. Sounds cooler in my opinion, but yeah, crosstalk I guess could be another way of saying it. Oop, I put this one in backwards. Sent you an STL for a different DIN clip, just in case you need it. Okay, I've got the standard DIN clips, which I'll be honest, I prefer the Voron style DIN clips. They seem a little bit more user-friendly. These ones are kind of very stiff, but I've already got them installed, and I'd have to take all the electronics off to replace them, so that ain't happening. Sent our Voron style. Okay, I printed for the Raspberry Pi. I did print a Voron DIN mount, the Voron V2 one, or whatever the Voron standard Raspberry Pi is. Okay, what's going on here? Why is uh-oh. Why is this one different? What's oh, that's why. Like all these three, the colors are the same, and this one's different. It's like, oh, that's why. Okay. We got that. So let's see. Trident bed gantry for VzBoT mod. Oh, okay, cool. And DIN clip VZ. Okay. Yeah, if these break, I'll print them. If not, then not. Okay. So I guess. Okay, so this is showing a different style here, hooking up the AC side. What wires are these? Does the kit come with enough wires for this, or do I gotta source wires for this? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's put all this extra stuff away, because I think I'm gonna have to get the printer back out now. Okay, I'm just gonna throw everything in this box. Taylor's box of all the electronic stuff. And then look, we get these nice little plastic cases that I can use for something, like throwing them on the desk and then forgetting about them for a couple years. Okay, so that's that. So let's put the, while we're here, the Raspberry Pi holder together. help if I had the right bit on the screwdriver. What's faster? Source your own AC wiring. So do I need to? Well, that screw's gone to a mystical, magical place. Your audio cut out. That's not good. I haven't dropped anything on my end, so either refresh the page or something on your end. Let's talk about buttered sausage. No, I'm trying to be good. I'm a couple days into the diet already and it's going good. And I'm trying to actually stick to it this time. What with these events coming up. I gotta fit in my plane seat better. Bacon. No! Although, to be fair, I'm doing a calorie counting thing instead of just straight up eating healthy. Because eating healthy is boring. Just eat less. Okay, bacon. Well, we just call that bacon here. Down from 55. Here's my thing. Like, I was in pretty good shape. So through my early 20s, I was in the Army, like Canadian Reserves. So I was in pretty decent shape. I wasn't the greatest shape because I had an office job and I was only a reservist. So it's like, you know, weekend warrior. But I held like a good 180, 170 to 180. And then I left the Army. And over a couple years, I kind of got up to, I hit 210. The first year we had Calvin. The first year we had the little guy. We were home a lot, eating out a lot, you know, because you got a little guy and you're, you know. So I ballooned up to like 210. And I'm like, no. And then in 2019, I saw a picture of me early 2019. Literally got back from Christmas break 2019. I weighed myself at work. I was 210. And I was like, no. And then I went and dropped down to 180 in like 3 months. I dropped like 10 pounds a month for 3 months. And I got down to like 180. I ended up getting down to like 175 and I held it pretty good. And then COVID hit and I kind of have been steadily kind of going back up. So the other day, I'll be honest, I hit 198. And I'm like, nope, not doing that again. So I'm like, nope. So right now I am 195. So, or 194, sorry. That's in freedom units. Hi, I'm Canadian. We measure people's weights in pounds. I know, it's all messed up. Yeah, we do pounds for people's weight. I have no idea how many kilograms I am. Same, I'm 5'9". I have no idea what I am in centimeters. How tall am I? 5'9". 5'9" and a quarter or a half. I don't know. It depends on the shoes. There we go. Okay, so this is gonna be a little annoying to get a good camera angle on. But let me see here for wiring. So wiring diagram is that. Okay, printer config. Oh. Trying to find that picture. Okay, there we go. I don't think I printed these little standoffs. Was I supposed to print little standoffs for that? Let me pull up the CAD here. 175. Okay, cool. So I'm 175. What is Noom? So right now I'm doing a mixture. Okay, so this is a printed part, it looks like. So I gotta print this still, looks like. So I gotta print that for the fans. Okay, there's plenty of room, plenty of room. There's so much room for activities back here. Okay, so this, you got like that. And you just kind of, oh my, okay, I don't like these didn't clip. These ones are not as funky fresh. Yep, they snapped. Okay, Steve, where are those ones you sent me? Who do I got filming in? You got filming? Are you alive? Bamboo, wake up! Wake up! There you go. You're alive. Okay, where are the ones Steve gave me? I gotta take everything off this. Well, actually, no, I gotta take everything off this. No, 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 I don't. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Discord messages. Download from Steve. Downloaded. Okay. Dang it, so now we gotta, shoot, this is gonna suck. Okay. Who sent me a link? Who's messaged me on Twitter? Oh. Oh, King Rune sent me some updates on the KLP1. Cool. Okay, Orca Slicer. I need 4 heat, okay, heat sets are fine. I got tons of heat sets. Tapeworm diet. New project. Downloads. Didn't clip VZ. Cool. So I need 2 of these. Clone 1. Okay, cool. Objects. So we're gonna put that in black. Okay. Global, we're using strength, cool. Strength, 3. Yeah. We're actually gonna print it with strong settings, VC. Okay, slice plate, cool. Okay, print plate. Enable flow calibration. No, we ain't wasting our time on that bullshit. Turn off time lapse, turn off that. Okay, cool. Go VzBoT, or go Bamboo. Do your thing, because it's the only printer I have right now loaded with ABS filament out here that's on. Plus, it gives me something to yell at when it doesn't work. I mean, if Grant could build a career off of bitching about Bamboo. KLP1 stream, did you end up printing? We printed a boat on it that was a boat, and it was not a good boat. But they sent me some updates. So now I gotta take everything off this. Bloody hell. This is annoying. This is really annoying. Well, on the bright side, it's so hot in here, the bed won't take as long to heat up. See, this is why I like the Voron mounts. Ready? The Voron DIN mounts. Ready? Ready? Done. And if you need it off, yeah, comes off. The Voron DIN mounts are more springy. Than the KLP ones, or those ones. Okay, so while that's doing that, let's do some other stuff, because we gotta wait for that, unfortunately. I swapped those clips, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I just popped off the 2. So let's put some stuff on while we're waiting. So we got something to do so I can entertain you. Speaking of entertainment, hey you, have you entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament? Because every stream we give away some. Link in the video description. You should enter if you haven't yet. And then also, while you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button. And also, There are affiliate links in the description of the video. They don't cost you anything extra, and they go a long way in supporting the channel. So why not check them out? And also, check out print3dshop.com because they were awesome enough to send this kit over. Where is my plug? So I do have some various lengths of wire here that they did send. Trying to find the outlet. Where's the outlet? Where's the outlet? Does this kit not have an outlet? Or is it in a different box? I've got springs, I've got spacers, I've got, oh, there's the 5160s. Yeah, do I have to source an outlet? Oh, I got another box down here. There's the outlet. Also, who's going to Smurf? Who here is going to Smurf? Because I am so excited for that. I got my flight booked and everything. Steve's going. Ooh, I will see you there, Steve. Yeah, legit, I can't wait for Smurf. It's gonna be awesome. I'm doing kind of a semi-rockstar weekend where I'll actually only be in England from like the Thursday morning to Monday morning. So my flight's at like noon Monday. But that's all I got in terms of time. Hire me as your goonie. I don't, in terms of budget, I don't have that kind of budget, unfortunately. It would be really cool, don't get me wrong, but okay. There's extra, okay, so there's a screw here. Can you see this? Let's see this. Okay. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this on here. Okay. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 screw holes. And this goes here. So it lines up with this top screw hole. But this screw can't go here. It don't work. Because it hits that. So I gotta take that screw out. And I might need longer ones. Yeah. So I need M4 longers. So I need M4 10s for that, which are these ones. Ballant. Gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers, Ballant. Forge is sending you to Earth. Oh, dang, nice. That's cool. Yeah, I have a company sponsoring me for Smurf, or correction, I've got one for Earth and Smurf. But Earth is, I'm interested to see Earth because I won't spoil who it is, but it's not a company I've done sponsorships with before. They are involved in 3D printing. I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't. but I've actually been talking to the, I guess he's the CEO or the owner. It'll be interesting because they have something that I want to see. So. What screw am I using? M410s for these. Wifey's home. And this little guy's probably going to come running out here. Prusa? No, not Prusa. Trying to get Joe to sponsor the XL series. Because that, unfortunately, is not in the budget anymore. And I really want to build one, so we'll see. Well, that screw's gone. One of these screws. I bumped my keyboard. Hopefully I didn't do anything. Dremel. No. Although I did have a chat with somebody who works with Dremel apparently on the Discord a little while ago, and it was kind of interesting. So. There we go. Yeah, this is a great camera angle. Hi. Hello there. There we go. So if you're wondering why they have these little skirts here, there's a little piece of plexi that goes over this that kind of like covers all your electronics. So that's why you got your inlet here. We've got these wire covers that will go back here. So basically it makes like this little sub electronic box in the back here to keep everything kind of, you know, little fingers. And for those wondering, from the front of the printer to here is 24, a little over 24 inches. So once you have a door on the front and some screws holding the back panel on, you're probably looking about 25 inches deep, which considering the feet hang out the front, you're looking about 25 inches. So this will fit on a 24-inch desk. It's just gonna hang off a little bit, or if your desk is like an inch off the wall, you'll be fine. Putting the PSUs on their side. It is kind of nice. This probably makes more sense on the 235, the one Steve and ModBot are building. Probably makes a bit more sense because the printer itself is smaller, so this, you know, you give more room for electronics and it doesn't stick out as much, but on this one it does. Have you started printing yet, Bamboo? What the frick stick? Oh, it takes you forever to do your... Here comes the burr noise, okay. I swear. It's a fast printer, but if you gotta print anything small, like my Prusa's faster at boot up. Like my Prusa gets faster to printing than the Bamboo. It's just I don't have the Prusa out here. The Prusa is inside living in a Voron, so I can print ABS on it. Okay, so now that's printing. How long is that gonna take? 50 minutes? What? $50 minutes. Yeah, whatever. It's what it is. Okay. So I can start wiring up power supplies, I guess. So what do we have here? What do they give me for this stuff? So I've got some various lengths of wire. I've got, okay, I'll put the drivers on the controller board, might as well. Just so I can get rid of as much stuff off the Okay, so direction, engage. Okay, so energize, so that goes there. But yeah. So these are TMC 2209 fly drivers for the Z and the extruder. Oh, the TFT. You know what? We'll put the TFT together. Yeah, we'll do the TFT because unfortunately I won't be able to install it. So we'll put the screen together and just kind of put that to the side for now. There you go. So that's their complete control board. So let me put that there because I don't think I actually have ferrules. I don't think this kit comes with ferrules. I haven't seen any. Yeah, I don't have ferrules. Yeah, this kit doesn't come with ferrules. So you're gonna need ferrules. So I'm gonna have to buy ferrules because I don't have any. And there's some mains wire. Yeah, or actually, I might have some downstairs. But we'll continue with that next week because what time are we at right now? What are we at right now? Yeah, we only got half an hour. Ugh. So let's put the screen together. I think I have everything for the screen. So let's return this to the floor and we'll put the screen together. So it comes with this for a screen. So I hope I printed the right one. The Mellow Fly LCD Gen 5-inch. And it's got this Fly LCD core plugged in, but it's not screwed together. Got that. Got that. No screws. No screws. I don't... LiPo. You can plug in a LiPo to power this. Cool. Okay, so that's that. So this looks pretty simple. Anyway, what's the Panda Mini? The 100? Honestly, I prefer the I haven't really used it much because why really would I did a bunch of test prints on it to make sure it works okay. But the Rook, I prefer the Rook over the 100 because if I'm gonna build a high-speed printer, I'd build a capable high-speed printer, not one that can't that's open air. Yep. So it doesn't come with a little screen unless I peeled it off. Okay, so this goes in. Yeah. Oh, actually, put the buttons in first. Okay, I don't think this is working right because it feels like I'm pushing the buttons. Give me a second here. Make sure these got freedom of movement. Might be a little too stiff. Printed as ABS might be a little too stiff. Yeah, it feels like I'm... Yeah, okay, so there's a bit of a problem here. So, this has 4 buttons on it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. The middle ones are fine. But the top ones, see how when I push it up, I don't know if you can hear it, it clicks when I push it up. So there's too much tension on these spring arms. Does this pop it out a bit? Maybe this'll. 1 second here. That's a roll of filament. Well, actually, it is because I'm all out of this glitter purple, so I'm gonna have to get some more glitter purple if I want a glitter purple screen, which I do, because that's the color scheme of the printer. Shrinkage compensation. I think everything on here is designed with ABS in mind. Yeah. Yeah, those buttons are, like, don't get me wrong, this is a nice little package. But, yeah, I can't, those buttons are stuck. So I'm gonna have to reprint that, unfortunately, which I don't think I have any purple left. Oh wait, let me, 1 second here. Partially closed, 1 second. I know this is super safe. 1 second, let me not do it in a way that'll cut myself if I slip. Maybe that'll work now. It like partially sealed on the back, so now I'm trying to clear it. Just a little bit of modification, a little user serviceability. No biggie. No biggie. No biggie. I just had to embiggen the slot a bit. Nope. Oh. Okay, this one works. This one doesn't. Okay. Just have to embiggen it a bit more. Make it a little bit more loosier goosier. Or just pop off the tab. Because what are the outside for? Brightness and rotate. Which, once you actually get them set up, it doesn't really matter, right? So worst comes to worst, I'll just cut the tabs off. Why am I trying to stab myself? For the content. Works. 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 Oh, it's right there. It's right there. I swear they soldered that one ever so slightly higher. That's what they did. They soldered it ever so slightly higher. Okay, I'm just going to cut the tabs off because why not? I really don't care. Or maybe it's that extra little bit of filament that was there. I mean, I could just grind it down. You know what? Okay, maybe I dremeled a little too much. Okay. There we go. I dremeled a little too much. I put too much of a divot in it. There we go. There we go. Arts and crafts, people. Arts and crafts. When in doubt, Dremel. Good. We're good. So I'm gonna put this cable go on the outside. Dental stream. Yeah, dental stream. Ooh, ooh. Okay, this is. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so how do you go on? You go in like here. Oh, you go in this side. I hate these tabs. I hate these tabs. I'm always paranoid of using these tabs. Like, okay. So that's that. I think they gave me enough cable. Oh no, that just comes out the side. Okay. Oh wait, no, I got these little stickers. These are always annoying. They always put these little stickers over the screw holes, and I don't know why. Like, are you that worried of stuff getting in? Like, or is it something to do with like the soldering process? I'm assuming it has something to do with like the assembly process, why they do that. Yeah, they don't cheap out on the cable. And I think you can actually like, yeah, you can do this. Ow. Yeah, you can. Okay, good. You can put the cable in after it's together. So we'll do that later. Solder gate in the holes during wave soldering. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Go in your hole. Why don't you want to go in your hole? Go in your hole. Yeah. Oh yeah, I figured they're on for a reason, and I thought it was for soldering, but I just wanted, you know, confirmation. Somebody can confirm type thing. What are we at? What are we at? We got 1240. Okay, so if you haven't entered yet for a chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the video description. Enter for that. There we go, there we go, and down. So I will say this is a nice little like screen package. Thing is, there's actually nothing that holds the front on other than friction. Because this back plate screws to the board and the board's just sitting in the front plate. So there's actually nothing that holds this together but friction. It's good enough, but. There we go. And then there is this little piece that it mounts to, and this attaches to the printer. So we'll leave this off for now. Okay, so now I gotta take the flyboard apart because I gotta replace parts, which suck. So this will probably be the last thing we do, unfortunately, because we're out of time. I'm gonna have to get some ferrules, so remind me to get some ferrules. And then, what else? We got ferrules, and I gotta do all the mains wiring. Oh, that's what I was wanting to look at. No. So I gotta print a bracket to mount this, because it doesn't have, it didn't come with a bracket. So I'm gonna need a bracket to mount this to the DIN rail, unless, can you just screw this to a DIN rail? I mean, I could. I could just bolt this to a DIN rail and, yeah. No, I can't. Yeah. So I'm gonna need to print a mount for this too. Because this doesn't have a mount in here. I don't see. Yeah, there's no mount for that. Okay. Do I use hex or square for? I use the big chonky one that everyone has for ferrules, because it's just you just squish them, right? Oh, for ferrules, I mean, yeah, I use I think it's a hex, but I need spade bits, like little fork spade bits for the mains. I have some downstairs. I gotta find them. I don't know. Last time I checked, I was running low, so I'm a little worried, but we'll check. And if not, I'll just buy it. I've got ferrules. I've got a ton of ferrules. That I have in spades. And I probably should get some DIN rails. I think I have some DIN rails or stuff for holding electronics on the DIN. Okay, do I gotta take off 2 of these? Yeah, I gotta take off 2 of these. That sucks. US made filament. If you're looking like made in America, because you want made in America, Jesse PLA from Printed Solids, good stuff. One second. Atomic is US based. Yep. I don't know if KVP has gotten back to their quality standard that they used to have. That's another one. Here's the thing, like, people have done the whole, I want made in America, and it's because they just want made in America. And the thing is, like, you got to broaden your horizons. Like, one, I love when people give me shit for like not supporting made in America, and I'm like, my brother in Christ, I'm not American. I ain't one of them Yankee Doodle folks. I'm not American. So I'm made in America doesn't mean shit to me. It's foreign to me. So at that point, I really don't care. I use a lot of Polymaker. Polymaker's good stuff. Is it the best in the world? It's good filament. There's a lot of good filament out there. The thing is, Pantheon filament, do they make their own? I don't think they make their own. They have it made for them, last I checked. The thing is, filament's like one of those things where you get diminishing returns really quick. Especially, it really depends on what you're using it for too. Like generic Voron parts, I've got a bunch of Vorons that are built out of Polymaker ABS and ASA, and they're all fine. I've had no issues with the filament at all. It really depends on what you're using to get, like looking to get out of the filament and what you need. Like, yeah, there are some more industrial filaments out there that might be more suited for a specific use case than like generic stuff from certain brands. I've got a whole bunch of the Fadis engineered stuff that I'm saving for a project right now. That stuff's pretty dang good. The glass-filled ABS from Fadis is pretty Gucci. Does it come in barbarian weights? No, it actually does come in kilogram. Okay, so now we gotta wait for those to fit. Oh. Ignore, clear, pause, stop. Bamboo, what you do? I thought you're supposed to have spaghetti detection in this thing. Why, oh my, wow, this looks like ass. What the heck was going on with you, Bamboo? That looks like shit. That looks like absolute dog shit. So, support other brim. Let me put a brim on here. Outer only. Slice plate. Okay, now I gotta clean it off. Where is my spatula? This thing is hot as shit. Ow. It'd be nice if you dropped the bed. Okay. Sure you want to cancel this print? Yes, because you failed it. You made spaghetti, not a print. I thought it was supposed to have spaghetti detection. Don't get Taylor started on Baldur's Gate. Are we going to talk about Baldur's Gate? Are we talking about Baldur's Gate? So yeah, the little tabs broke right off on the DIN support. So fortunately, I can't really do any wiring because I'd have to undo it on all of it. So we got to print new DIN mounts. So that's printing. So that's why I had to take apart the controller board again. So it is what it is. Is it because LAN mode? Maybe it is. Is it in LAN mode? I think I put it back into LAN mode. What are you bitching about now? The LiDAR camera lens is dirty. The force signal is weak. Meh. So, are we taking bets on Bamboo's new thing? Let's see here. Because here, let me find it here. Because Bamboo announced something. We're pretty much done for the build portion of the stream. We're just gonna kill time until we do the draw at 1. So Bamboo put this tweet out, okay? Bamboo Lab will once again light up the entrance to the realm of 3D. I love this type of wording. Like right off the bat, you know what kind of marketing it is. Multicolor printing September. Okay, cool. So what is this? I have no idea what this is. Because this looks like a tool head, because you got your little filament chopper here, and then you got 4 in. So, here's the thing. it's one of two things. It's either a cheaper way of doing multicolor prints that you can retrofit to an existing bamboo machine, or it's like available for everyone. Because here's the thing. How do I say this without being tinfoil hatty? Because I'm getting real tinfoil hats vibes over this. One second here. Okay. So you have this. I don't know what this. I don't think it's color mixing, because color mixing is still kind of finagling. Like, yeah, who knows if they're trying to like get in on the Hue Forge thing, because color mixing's a vicious. I wouldn't say palette. So the issue is this going to be compatible with more than bamboo? If it's already more than bamboo, you got your little cutter here. So this implies that this is the hot end, because you already have the filament cutter in existing bamboo hot end. So this doesn't bolt on top of an existing bamboo hot end. This replaces it, because there's your extruder lever and there's your filament cutter. Now, is this something that you would put on other machines? Because here's the thing, the AMS is a really nice system. The problem is the AMS requires a bamboo. You can't use the AMS on any other machine other than a bamboo. That's when people ask me, should I get an AMS or an ERKFA? No, the question is, do you want to get in the bamboo ecosystem or not? Because you can't use the AMS on other ecosystems. It's bamboo only. So if they were to have a way that you could plug the bamboo in, or the AMS into it, how would you do it? Well, it's actually quite simple, because the AMS has its own brain in it, right? It's got its own chip. So it handles, all you need to do is send it a command to change to slot 1, 2, 3, or 4, okay? So that's the thing. You just need to have a command to change it to slot 1, 2, 3, or 4, okay? So if only there was an existing solution on the market that uses 4 filaments fed in that you can plug into any other printer and can change between slot 1, 2, 3, and 4 without modification of the printer itself, without actually having to talk to the printer itself. I personally think this is Bamboo's version of a chameleon. Because, yeah, that's what I think it is. That's my tinfoil hat, what I think this is. It's either going to be something for Bamboo already, and it's just going to be a cheaper AMS type thing, or it's going to be something that you can put on any printer, and it's basically Bamboo's version of a chameleon. Those are my two theories. So it's either Bamboo chameleon, or it's a cheaper version of the AMS, which this machine failed. Printing, stop. Print again. Homing Z failed. I gotta open that back up. Isn't one of the reasons the Bamboo AMS is so good? That's one of the reasons. The big problem with single nozzle multicolor, and I refuse to call it multi-material. You can kind of do multi-material on a setup like the Bamboo or the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder or the Prusa MMU unit. The issue is you're only using one nozzle. So you have cross-contamination and you have issues with different filaments at different temperatures, okay? So the big problem traditionally with a single nozzle setup is when you swap from one filament to another, you get that little stringy bit on the end of the bulb, or it makes like a blob on the end of the filament when it retracts, and then you get jamming issues. Bamboo kind of just foregoes all that by chopping the filament, which is funny because my Cheaty has a filament chopper in it too. Okay, the X Smart has a filament chopper in it for no reason, because they, copy paste. So that's one of the reasons that makes the AMS so good. The other reason is it has its own built-in buffer, so it winds up the filament. The downside of that is it limits spool compatibility, as a lot of people know. So it's kind of like they took the two biggest issues of multi-material systems, multicolor systems, and they got rid of them. They have a built-in buffer, and they chop the filament. So the downside of that is it wastes a lot of filament, because instead of retracting the filament out, it basically chops the filament above your hot end. So basically you're always losing, that much filament every time you do a swap. And two, it's really slow, because you have to retract the filament all the way out of the machine and then feed it back in. And of course it's Bamboo, so you can't change speeds and feeds. You get what you get. So what is this? It's either a cheaper version of their current AMS system, because this is a hot end. You can see there's your extruder lever, and there's a filament cutter, okay? So this is either a cheaper version of it, maybe, I don't even know if it may be even a new machine too, but this is the tool head for a new machine they're working on. I have no idea. Or this is a drop-in compatible thing that is basically Bamboo's version of a Chameleon for non-Bamboo machines. So yeah, best possible hand you can buy for speed printing. Goliath, Rapido, it depends how fast you're going. It depends on, you need to look at your flow rate. So yeah. Shows multicolor go, well, that it's 4 in. Like when I built my switch wire, I had 2 filaments going in. So that's the thing. So if it's got 4 going in, what's feeding these 4? Like, if this is a mixing tool head, it'd be really interesting, because mixing tool heads are finicky. Like tool heads that, like if this was a CYMK, if it was CYMK, this would be CYMK, but this isn't CYMK, these colors. This is just 4 random colors. So that's the thing. That's the thing. So we have no idea what this is. A few people got early unit things. Like I know Joel got something. He said he got something. But like, I'm not, you know, Bamboo don't talk to me any too more because I've called them out for too much shit. So of course I don't get talked to. So I won't be getting one. Yeah. So we'll see what we'll see. Can't CYMK without white. Well, then you need 5 going in, and I don't see 4. So that's the thing. It'll be whatever it is. Won't know until 20 days. So the thing is, you put it out early, you get hype up, and then you... Bamboo don't talk to me either, because I don't make videos. Well, they were really interested in working with me at first, and then I, you know, after their machine smoked, went, you know, decided to thermally run away during a live stream for several minutes before I turned it off. I didn't let it go for more minutes, only a couple minutes. After that, and a few other things, they don't talk to me, because unfortunately, if you call them out too much, they don't like you. So, is what it is. Is what it is. I really don't care. That's the only one I use, and that's because of the AMS system. Are you gonna print? Are you gonna print? Are you gonna print? I've got 2 sensors that are failing in the bed, and the lens is dirty, even though I've already cleaned it twice. Great build quality. Ooh. Hot fix. Ooh. Hot fix. Yeah. Maybe I finally will do an evil playthrough. Maybe I finally will do an evil playthrough of Baldur's Gate. Okay, let's do this giveaway. I hate doing evil playthroughs in video games because I make the NPCs feel bad, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. So if you didn't get the chance to enter for this today's filament draw, you will have another chance on Friday, which at the moment, if it shows up on time, will be an Anchormate M5C. If not, we're gonna try speed printing on a Polymaker original fully stock. We'll see how that goes. And then Saturday we'll be upgrading. My bottle is showing. Oh no! I don't know. It's Gamer Subs. If you bought Gamer Subs, you know Gamer Subs. Got the limited edition Wubby bottle. Okay. 4 colors of ink. Somebody give me a number between 1 and 4. 1 and 4. Give me a number between 1 and 4. 1 and 4. It's PG. You don't see anything. 2. 1, 2. And there's our magic line. We'll see if you are lucky. Are you actually going to print now, Bamboo? Are you going to do the thing you're supposed to do? Daygrass. Daygrass. Congratulations, Daygrass. You have won yourself a spool of Polymaker filament as long as you're a real human being and you actually gave me your information correctly. You did! Yay! So you'll get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. Woo! So what I will do is after these print, I'll get this all back together with the printer so that next week we can just go right into wiring everything up and I don't have to redo all this. So that will be next Tuesday, which next Tuesday will be 2 p.m. It'll be back to, or no. Yes? I think so. Yeah, next week it'll be 2 p.m. So it'll be 2 to 5, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. next week for the weekday streams. How many Voron machines do you currently own? So currently right now I have 3 V2s, 1 Trident, 1 switch wire, 1 V1, like V1.0, and 1, 2, 3 V0s. And then also a V1.8. So 10. I own 10 Vorons currently. Right? Right. I've got 10 Vorons. Okay. So 10 Vorons. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna call it there. Again, shout out to Print 3D Shop for the Mellow kit here that they sent. They are a reseller. Link for them in the video description. Be sure to check them out because they were nice enough to send the kit out for this. Any future plans with 10 of these machines? Yeah, fiddle with them, build them. I don't give away any of the pre-built machine. Any pre-built machine or any machine I build myself, I don't give away. I give away some of the ones I've unboxed at events and whatnot, but any machine that I built myself, I do not give away, simply due to I'm hesitant for safety reasons, because I trust my build quality, but I don't want to be somebody's support, and if something happened to a machine that I built in somebody's possession, I would feel really bad. So I don't do that. At least right now, I will be building a Voron for a purpose in the future that will be not mine, but that's in the future. We might stream that. I might do a marathon. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a build-a-thon or something. That's the thing with live streams. I got to do a subathon, but I don't play video games, so I might do a build-a-thon or something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Anyways, so we're gonna call it there. So again, shout out to Print 3D Shop, link for them in the video description. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Link for them and more in the video description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. And then also for those that donate to the channel, became members of the channel, or gifted memberships yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. You wanna say goodbye? Daddy's all done streaming. Come here, we're gonna go say goodbye. Come here. Did you have fun at the beach?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so see that camera? Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, wave, wave.
Bye.
No, bye, not hi.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
One.
Ruins the timing. There we go.